Kwamena Ocran's mother, Melody Cooper, says she was stunned by the grand jury decision here in Montgomery County.
The whole investigation was staged. The Gaithersburg Police are responsible for the murder and the lack of accountability in my son's murder.
Kwamena Ocran was shot on January 8th this year after 4 plainclothes Gaithersburg police officers who suspected him of illegally carrying a gun chased him on foot. Officers told investigators they fired when Ocran turned and fired at them. A gun was recovered at the scene. Howard County's state's attorney was brought in as an independent agency to investigate. According to the state's attorney's report, Ocran's DNA was found on the gun at the scene, but there was no evidence the gun had been fired. Investigators failed to check for gunshot residue on Ocran's hands, and many of the wounds on Ocran's body from 23 shots fired by police were in the back and in the side. Howard County State's Attorney Rich Gibson Jr. said the investigation was exhaustive, but there were unanswered questions that only a grand jury could resolve.
The officers indicated they were shot at. When we looked at that crime scene, we could not find evidence to corroborate that particular fact. Now, to be clear, you don't have to be shot at to defend your life. If Mr. Ocran pointed the gun at them, they would have been justified to use lethal force in that setting. However, if Mr. Ocran was just running with a gun in his hand, nothing more than just running away, it would have been an unlawful use of force. And so that's a really key factor that we have to drill down on. Because we couldn't resolve that based on the evidence, we had to present that to the grand jury because they're the entity that decides factually what occurred.
The Montgomery County Grand Jury decided none of the 4 officers had committed a crime. Gaithersburg Police Chief Mark Sroka said the evidence proves his officers were in imminent danger when they fired and said their actions show a commitment to protecting the community regardless of risks. Scott Broom, WUSA 9.